Welcome back. In tonight's Patriot Report, he's a veteran and a doctor, but also goes by the name Megaphone Marine. Dr. Cordie Williams joins Real America in studio. You're a Southern California resident, you're a chiropractor, and over the last year or so, you've become very vocal, especially in the last few months, Doc, about what's going on in the Golden State with Governor Newsom's lockdown. I'm sure folks by now have seen the video, and we probably have it we can roll, of you out protesting up in Sacramento to try and get this lockdown open back up so small businesses can thrive again. You're a small business owner. There you are on the megaphone. Doc, welcome to the show. Talk to me about why you got involved, why you're out doing this.
Well, Dan, thanks for having me. It's a real honor, just even being in the same room with a patriot like you. You know, I'm doing it for our kids. I'm doing it for my grandfather that was involved in the invasion of Okinawa, all the veterans like us. But it's really about the kids, because for us to have this lockdown, it's killing our economy. It's driving businesses into the ground. People are done with it. It was supposed to be a couple of weeks. It's 7 months. And, you know, I think bottom line, we just got to get Adolf Newsom out of the governor's mansion.
Yeah, this lockdown has gone way too long in the Golden State and others across the country. Oregon, Michigan, Washington, Nevada. People so upset. These economies just decimated and crushed. Now talk about that moment right there, because I saw this a few weeks ago before I even had this show and thought about even booking you. But what was going on in that moment? Because you were talking to police, and of course we're back in the blue right now. They're just under fire big time by the left. But this was kind of the force of Sacramento that the governor had put out to keep peaceful protesters like yourself, and this was a peaceful protest, away from the Capitol building that day, right?
Absolutely. And first of all, I mean, my business partner and co-founder is 1776 Forever Free, Chris Lippy. Myself and Chris, we are avid supporters of veterans, police officers, firefighters. We love the boys in blue. This day, however, you know, it's one of those things. These officers were given orders by Adolf Newsom, and they executed on them. They thought they were doing the right thing. You know, some people were slammed to the ground. People were handcuffed. It got really intense. We got pushed back about 1,000 yards. I just saw some stuff that really made me feel not like I was in America, but more like I was in communist China. And so, you know, I just popped on the megaphone, started talking to their hearts and talking to them about honor, courage, and commitment, and the oath of office they took. And it got about 15 million hits, and then I founded 1776 Forever Free. We're going all over the country on a freedom tour to really give people back their rights. We'll actually be in Larkspur, Colorado from 12 to 3 this Saturday. I
saw that. You're with Dan Harris Jr., Joy Villa, and a bunch of folks that people know out there in the conservative movement. And to give them credit and back them like you said you do, those men and women were just given orders by the governor to push back and keep you guys away. And again, like we were discussing with one of my earlier guests, the men and women in law enforcement can only do what they're ordered to do. And if you've got politicians that are either pushing this way or pushing that way, that's what they've got to do. And I see what you were doing. You're just asking them to stand up, try and go against those orders and say, don't you see the hypocrisy and the travesty that's being committed here to Californians? And of course, they're wearing the uniform. They're being ordered by the governor. They got to do it. Real quick, before we finish up, talk to me about the company. You said you just formed 1776 Forever. Explain that to us.
Well, 1776 Forever Free is an organization that stands for every American's right. And our belief system is it doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what spiritual affiliation you have. It doesn't matter what political party you're about. If you bleed red, white, and blue, my co-founder Chris Lippy and I, we want you to be involved in our organization, and we're going to be a stand for you and your rights.
Dr. Williams, before we leave you, how can folks learn more about the movement, about your company, and about this speaking tour you guys are going on?
Well, I really appreciate you saying that, Dan. You can go to 1776foreverfree.com. Right there, you go to the Freedom Tour USA or go to the events section. You click on it. It's got all the event information. You can buy a 1776 Forever Free Freedom Fighter t-shirt, make a contribution there. You know, that's the only way we keep this thing moving is by people's time and just a little bit of their money, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever they can do.
All right, Dr. Cordie Williams, a chiropractor, a Marine. I knew not to say former Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And our Patriot and our Patriot Report. Thank you for standing up and having a voice about that crazy long lockdown in the Golden State. We'll probably see you on the show again. Thanks,
I look
Doc.
forward to it, Dan. Simplify.
Coming up after the break, it's time to get real. Go away.